How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to this cast. This is game number 5 of the ASUS Rog Tournament, the Republic of Gamers tournament. It was held in Finland. This is the finals. This is game number 5 of the series. And we're on the Shakuras Plateau right now. On the bottom left side, we have Idra. He's playing Zerg in the blue trunks for Team Evil Geniuses. In the top right, we have Dignitas' Select playing Terran. We saw in the last game Idra's pressure on Select and denying of the fourth base. The base management from Idra was fantastic. Select was never able to actually ever get up a fourth base. He tried about 3 or 4 times to get up a base, and Idra's Mutalist Karask was too great and was able to deny the base every single time. So we're actually going to we're going to see here how Select comes back from this. It looks Idra's won 2 games in a row. Idra hasn't won 2 games in a row. So Select won the first game, Idra won the second game, Select won the third, and then Idra won the fourth. So right now, Idra's got to be feeling really, really good. Coming off of that big momentum swing, Idra just completely manhandled Select in the last game. So he's going to be feeling really, really good about going into this game. Looks like Idra's going to be going 13 or 14 hatch. Going to be trying to get that early economy up, and it's very safe to do so on this map, considering this choke is actually decently small as well, and it can be easily defended. This whole little plateau here is actually pretty easily defended. Looks like Select's going to be actually walling off his main ramp here, this little tiny ramp, and hopes that Idra's not going to be able to get any scouting out. Idra always tends to send out really late scouts. He never really sends out a drone scout very, very early. But it looks like this one's actually going out on 16. So, looks like Idra's actually going to be trying to scout. He knows that his opponent is not in the close by air position, so he's just going to be going straight across the map to see what's going on. Looks like first Marines popping out here, going to be able to hold this ramp against any scouts, but it looks like Select's going to be actually getting up into the main. The spawning pool is now just finished, or is just finishing up for Idra there, so he's going to be able to get a queen and some early lings if he so chooses, but he looks like he's powering pretty hard right now. 16 drones out. Looks like we'll see actually what Idra saw. If he saw anything. He didn't see anything here, actually. He didn't get any scouting information out of Select, so he just knows that there's a barracks here and 2 supply depots, nothing more. It looks like the factory's going down for Select, so we're probably going to see some more Hellions transitioning into more tanks, just like in the third game? Yeah, third game. Select's got this the scout just kind of chilling out here, but it looks like actually he forced Idra to make 8 Zerglings just to be sure that just to be able to not make sure that nothing fancy is or crazy is going on. It looks like actually he thinks that Select early expanded here. It looks like the expansion is just going down now, but these 8 lings are actually going to be able to deal with this a lot. Expansion actually does get canceled for Select. Looks like these lings are actually going to pull back. They're actually going to try and deny the expansion from going down one more time. But they're going to be pulling back. He doesn't want to lose too many more of these lings because he already lost one. But he does know that the Hellions are on the way, so he's going to become pulling back and trying to do some preparation for that. Smartly, Idra's placing a spine crawler at the front of his main so that he can get some good pokes at the Hellions as they come up. But yet these 2 Hellions are just about to pop here, and it looks like they're going to be probably headed over. Actually, these are the second 2 Hellions. These first 2 Hellions here are actually moving across the map already. Should be looking at the production tab. Looks like these Hellions are actually going to be doing a really good job. They're just going to sit outside of the natural and try and deny creep spread and deny an expansion from going down at all for Idra. And it's going to try and keep Idra on 2 bases as long as possible. And this will give Select enough time to get up his own expansions, as well as some techs. It looks like tech. It looks like he's actually going to be double expanding behind this. Second command center is almost finished. Third one's almost about halfway done. So it looks like Select's going to be double expanding behind this Hellion Harass, because it's going to be able to contain Idra for a little bit. Zergling speed coming down. It looks like an Evo chamber as well. Very early Evo chamber. Coming down here before even lair tech comes up, which is cool. Idra's gearing up to get really early upgrades, which is a very smart idea. Gas is all being taken now. Both gases in the main are being taken. It looks like both gases in the natural are also going to be getting taken as well. Lair's now just popping up, and we can be pretty sure that Idra's going to be going Mutalisk in very traditional Idra style. Great placement actually of this Evo chamber right here is going to be forcing these Hellions to move up to this choke, where the Spine Crawler and the Queen can get at it, as well as the Zerglings, so they can get a good surrounds on them here. Macro Hatch coming down now also for Idra, constricting movement here at the ramp, which is actually a very great idea, smart idea. Stims also coming up for Select. Drone transfer finally finishing up here. See the starport now going to be getting built on this reactor so that we can get out medevacs. Select's going to be able to get out directed medevacs, so double medevac production. He's also going to be getting tanks very, very shortly here, I'd imagine. Stim and Marines. No Marauders, actually, interestingly enough. No upgrades actually coming up yet for Select. +1 melee attack as well as the Spires, just like we can predict here in very classic Idra style. Hellions are actually going to be pulling back to the Watchtower. They feel that they've done their job. They've made Idra overproduce lings and not so much drones. Actually, if we go to the units tab, we see actually Idra's done a very nice job at droning up. Looks like he's done a really great job at droning up. He's at 56 drones to 39 SCVs of Select. Looks like the Hellions are actually going to be trying to move up here and deny the third base, which actually they should be able to do. Should get cancelled here very shortly. But that's Idra's cute actually to move out with his lings. He's going to be pulling a ling counter attack over to the expansion. Looks like there we go. The third does get cancelled for Select. One ling's going to be getting up. Nothing in the bunker. Quickly loading back up. Idra's going to be pulling back, and he's going to intercept these Hellions. Actually, he's going to try and do some damage. Going to pick them off. Do what he can. He's going to get one. Goes to the second. Maybe more lings coming in from both sides. Gets the second, tries to go for the third. Does he get the third? He gets the third, looks for the fourth, and he actually doesn't pull it off. He actually is very great micro. He's letting the 8 more HP Hellions sit in the back and take some of the damage, while the weaker ones take off some of the shots. So Select's escaping out of that engagement with 3 Hellions, all 3 of them actually significantly damaged. Baneling nest now finished, and 3 Banelings are chilling out here. Defensive Banelings getting ready just in case Marines come down the pipeline. Mutalisks are actually now getting up. +1 attacks just finishing. +1 Flyers attack finishing just as well. 20 Zerglings in production. So this is going to be... We're probably going to see another very insane harassment barrage from Idra. It looks like these Mutalisks are actually going to be coming up here to the north side and going to be trying swinging around to the back of this natural. It looks like the turrets are already going up. Select knowing what's coming, and he's going to be preparing very well for it. It looks like +2 melee attacks coming down, 16 more Zerglings as well coming up. These Mutalisks are going to be swinging around here and trying to do a lot of harassment to this mineral line. Marines actually, he's forcing a stem on the Marines. Actually, very nice job from Idra, not losing anything, not taking any damage, but that's forcing the medevacs to use up a lot of their healing energy. So Idra being very, very cautious with these Mutalisks, not wanting to lose anything, being very, very delicate with his micro. Looks like this gigantic force of Zerglings here. Going over to the units tab, we see we have 45 Zerglings, 3 Banelings, 13 Mutalisks on the board now for Idra. 30, as opposed to the 32 Marines, 3 Hellions, 3 tanks, 2 medevacs. It looks like Select's going to want to try and get this medevac count up a little bit more, but he looks like he's actually producing Vikings to try and deal with these Mutalisks. Mutalisks are doing a significant bit amount of harassment here to the main base of Idra, or of Select. There we go, trying to pick up some of the production facilities. 71 drones to 62 SCVs. Looks like Select has caught up in the SCV count. There we go, popping back up down to 75 drones. Idra is taking again now taking he took his third, already very well saturated. Fourth is already just coming up now, and going to be getting saturated very, very soon. It looks like all of the forces for Idra are going to be chilling out here, minus these Mutalisks going to be moving around, trying to do a little bit of harassment. It looks like these Zerglings are on patrol, trying to see when Select's going to be taking his third and fourth bases. Looks like Select's going to be trying to move out to take his third right here at the at this Nook expansion here of his main. Easy to defend as well, because he can just siege up tanks, and he's pretty much covered from a lot of angles. The Mutalisk and Zergling attacks are going to be kind of coming around. Idra knows what's coming at him. He saw this giant marine force. He's going to be pulling back here too to creep, and going to be trying to maybe try and do what he can to catch Select out of position. Sensor tower going down now for Select, so we can see what's coming at him from all different angles. The Hellions are wisely holding the watchtower, and it looks like the mules and SCV transfer is now going underway. The orbital now up and running at this third base. Mutalisk actually going to be doing a significant amount of harassment. Marine's going to be Idra's actually going to go for it. He feels he has enough Mutalisks to deal with all of these Marines. There actually aren't that many. There's only about 6 more of them are actually streaming in. He's going to have to pull back here very soon, at risk of losing a lot of Mutalisks. But he very wisely and very smartly realizes Marines are coming in. I need to pull back. So many Banelings and Zerglings. There's a lot of stuff coming up for Idra. Looks like the centrifugal hooks, the Baneling speed now coming up. It's almost done. This is going to help Idra significantly against this Marine tank force. Mutalisk still flying around being pesky as usual, but looks like Select's getting up Thors. He's doing a very good job. Also getting, he has his double upgrades. He has actually a +2. +2 he should be, or he's at +1/+1 right now. Should be getting the +2 upgrades very soon. Infestation Pit now coming down for Idra. Looks like he's going to be going to Hive Tech and getting Broodlords yet again. It's been proven to work for him, so might as well. Why not? This fourth base, sorry, of Idra getting the Spine Crawler treatment, as well as starting to get saturated. This fourth base is also just up and kicking. Only having 2 Harvesters in each gas, I think that was a little bit of a misstep for Idra, but it's no big deal. He's trying to favor the minerals right now, just to remake the Zerglings. That he'll be easily expending these Zerglings, no problem. Mutalisk still flying back around to do what they can. It looks like they're going to catch this medevac drop. And all the medevac does go down. All of the Marines in there go down as well. Looks like a nice scan revealing all of these Zerglings. He's going to actually wisely pull back. Tanks sieging up in the middle of the map here. Going to be trying to hold this middle of the map, and that's what Terran likes to do. They like to hold the middle of the map and then slowly creep forward, push forward, and pick off creep tumors, and just force the Zerg back to their base, giving them less time to remax out after an engagement. Mutalisk doing a significant amount of harassment. My goodness here. Let's see. Units killed. Control. What was that? Control K? No. Control R. You see actually here in the workers kill tab, Idra's killed 21 workers. That's an insane amount of workers here. Units killed also in Idra's favor. But 23 workers killed for Idra. He's doing a fantastic job harassing. 11 more Mutalisks in production. Going over to the units tab, we see that we have 23 Mutalisks. Now, this number's just going to keep climbing, isn't it? Because, yeah, this is going to climb up to 27 Mutalisks in total here. 29, it's probably going to get up a little bit higher to 31. 93 Zerglings on the map. Looks like they're going to be all moving out to try and they're going to deny this third base for Select getting up. But it looks like these Marines are going to be more than enough to clean up the Zerglings and let this third base get up and running. Idra's harassment is just too great. 31 Mutalisks now on the field. 2 more popping out very shortly. It's going to be up at 33 Mutalisks. Greater Spires now coming down. Ground Carapace level 2 and melee attack level 3 are coming up. This Mutalisk harass is just amazing from Idra. He's been doing so well, making Select split his army up, leaving some Marines at the back of his main, leaving some and then leaving the rest of them at the front here to defend this third. But the Zerglings are going to be moving in up into the third base, trying to get into the drone line. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job, actually. Taking a look over here, the workers, 32 workers killed for Idra, so he's doing a really great job harassing. Looks like the Mutalisks are going to be flying back down to the middle of the map along with the Zerglings. Just Overlords, poop and creep. Nothing important there. The tanks are not sieged up. These tanks are definitely going to go down. Actually, no, they're not going to go down. The turret does go down, but it looks like a couple great tank shots get off, taking down quite a few Zerglings. 4 Infestors now coming up, 5 Corruptors. Broodlords are going to be on the way very, very soon. We see Select actually sieging up in the middle of the map, doing what the Terrans love to do, sieging up and then leapfrogging the tanks forward to try and deny any advancement of the Zerg army. Looks like these Mutalisks, but the Mutalisk count's just ridiculous. They're going to try and just do what they can against these Thors. They're going to be able to magic box these Thors and take these tanks out no problem. It's not an issue. It looks like Select's actually going to gun for it, trying to defend the third base. Looks like actually he's going to go for trying to take down this force. Still a lot of Mutalisks. 5 Broodlords now on the way, 5 Spine Crawlers up. The upgrades are almost done. He's going to actually go and deny the attack a little bit more. Tanks are very well placed here, though. They're going to be able to... this hatchery actually might... Yeah, this hatchery does go down. So that's not good. Not a good thing. The 5th base for Ridge is falling. There's no... He's trying to do his best to mine from his 4th, his 3rd. Both of those are actually okay, but his main and natural are both mined out completely. Looks like the Broodlords have finally popped. 5 Broodlords are now on the field. 3 more Corruptors coming up. Flyer attack level 2 coming up as well. Looks like he's going to try and use these Broodlords to try and just clean up this this force here. The tanks are going to be doing a lot of splash damage to the Marines. And yeah, these Idra's going to try and bust through the front. The tanks unsiege, and 1 goes down, 2 goes down. The Broodlings take out a 3rd tank, looks like. So it looks Idra's doing a fantastic job holding back Select to this kind of middle of the map. Select does have this fourth base up now, down in the bottom right side. He's hoping to get that saturated. Plus three now coming up. It's just about to finish actually for Select. 4 ghosts on the way, 7 more Marines, 6 more Broodlords in production as well. We look at the units tab. We see we're gonna see 11 Broodlords out on the field, 28 Zerglings, 16 Banelings, 13 Mutalisks, 4 Infestors. Looks like yes, Idra's gonna be relying heavily on these Broodlords to do a lot of damage to this force that Select's got here sitting in the middle of the map. A lot of tanks. We have 9 tanks, 75 Marines, 2 Thors and 2 Vikings that are gonna be able to deal with the Broodlords. It's not a lot. He probably should get up more Vikings, though, because the Mutalisks are just going to be able to pick those apart no problem. Blowing up the rocks here, it looks like Idra's actually going to be taking a base down here as well. He's re-getting up his 5th and his 6th base now, so he's going to be trying to maintain the economy. Snipes going off to take down the Broodlords. Fungal growth going down on the Marines, doing a fantastic job. It looks like these Broodlings are just way too strong, taking them down, all of the Marines. Idra's gonna be trying to pull back, and Select's gonna be sprinting forward a little bit with the Marines, trying to take off some more Broodlings. He actually does end up getting them all. 3 more Broodlings being 5 Broodlings being morphed in right now as we speak. It looks like Idra's kind of just sitting here waiting for things to happen. He's trying to decide when he wants to move out and try and take down this force. Select's just sitting super duper strong right now. He's got 2 Thors and a lot of 2 Thors and 9 tanks, just kind of all leapfrogged and layered very, very well. All they unsiege. It looks like the Mutalisks are going to try and poke in. He sees that they're unsiege. He's probably going to try and gun it right now, actually. We'll see what happens, but Select needs to really, really re-siege up. There we go. There it is, the deployment. And he's going to be... He should be okay right now. Looks like these Thors are going to be getting taken out right now by the Broodlords, and Mutalisk looks like Idra's going to be trying to push through. He's Fungal Growth's going down. Zerglings streaming in from all sides of the map here. Oh my goodness, all the infested Terrans going down. Zerglings, Banelings rolling through. It looks like Idra's going to be able to clean up this force in the middle of the map very, very well. Pushing Select all the way back to his 3rd. The Zerglings getting whittled down here, but Idra's gonna be able to max out on Zerglings and Mutalisks again. His gas and mineral count's so high. The seventh base now up for Idra. Down in the bottom center, the sixth and fifth base are now both up for him as well. So he's gonna start mining from those. The gases are being taken as well because he knows he needs gas. 55 Zerglings and a Broodlord and 10 Mutalisks. Going over to the just sitting on the board right now and waiting to do things. 7 Corruptors and 3 Broodlords in production right now. So we're going to keep against Idra, relying very heavily on the Broodlords to do the sick damage to the Marine and tank count. Looks like the Mutalisks are actually going to be trying to do some damage to the Marines that are sprinting up, trying to see what he can pick off. Select's trying to pick off a lot of things, whittle down this force of Idra, but obviously Idra can re-max at any point. He's already back at 172 supply out of 200, doing a really nice job at holding it together through all of this kind of hard contain. More Zerglings streaming across to the middle of the map, getting ready to push out 3 more Infestors, as well as 3 more Broodlords and 18 Zerglings on the way now. We're probably going to see a few more Banelings getting morphed in very, very soon. 91 Zerglings on the map. That is a lot of Zerglings. So many Zerglings. Broodlords are just popping out now. We have 7 Broodlords, 7 Mutalisks, 15 Banelings now. Looks like the force is actually going to be moving out and taking out some Marines. Doing a fantastic job. Going to be pulling back though. Snipes going down from the Ghost. Look at this Gosu Broodlord hitting out with it got out of there with 1 HP. It's obviously been recovering a little bit of HP since then, but got out with 1 HP. That guy's gonna have some stories to tell to all of his Zerg buddies. Looks like the Zerglings gonna be moving across the map as well as the Infestors. Tanks are sieged up though, so we'll see how good the Baneling placement is. Snipes going down, and he takes down 1 Broodlord. 2 Broodlords remain. All of the Banelings and Zerglings are going to be coming here, getting 6 rounds on all the tanks, and the Marines and Infestitarians popping out now. Fungal Growth's going down. So much carnage now being caused by Idra. 4 Ghosts, 7 Marines, 2 Vikings, 6 Medivacs. That's all that Select has. 95 supply to 165. Looks like Idra's going to try and bust up the ramp. The 1 tank's going to come up here, 2 tanks going to come up here, try and deploy and see what they can do to try and hold off this attack. 6 Mutalisks, more Zerglings streaming in, as well as some Mutalisks. This 3rd base has been completely cleaned up. The 5th base is getting underway. 4th base getting underway. Looks like this 3rd is going to actually have to get up and leave, pick up and leave, because it's not going to be able to maintain stable. Fungal Growth, an insanely nice Fungal Growth. And all the Marines get taken down, as well as the SCVs. Idra's just picking off barracks that are just sitting in the middle of the map, not really doing much. They were supposed to be making things, but they're gonna get picked off like crazy. Idra's he's just whittling down the supply of Select. He's Select's at 78 at 200. Idra's at 159, he's completely doubled Select's supply, and he's climbing back up towards max again. Looks like the onslaught. The Slaughterfest has stopped for just a little bit. Looks like Idra wants to get a few more Broodlords up just to make sure that he can secure the game. Get some Infestors and more Zerglings and Mutalisks. We're going back over to that production tab. We see 6 more Broodlords, 11 Banelings just being morphed in, just to ensure that he can win it. He knows that Select is really, really behind on supply right now because he did a lot of damage to him, so he's going to just remax out, really re-push again, and be sure that he can win the game. All of the bases now getting up for Idra. The 3rd is pretty much mined out. The 4th is getting there. 5th base is nice. Still has a significant amount of minerals. So same with the 6th and 7th bases of Idra. Looks like the Broodlord is going to be streaming across. A nice scan reveals all of them sitting there, moving across the map. Select knows what's coming at him. Looks like these Broodlords are actually going to be able to deny the 3rd base yet again if they continue. And there's a GG out of Select. These Broodlords were just wrecking them. This force here, 107 supply to 185 at the end of the day. Select kind of realizes, I'm not going to be able to come back from this. He has a lot of Broodlords, and I don't have enough ghosts to snipe him off. Going over to the units tab, actually, he only has one ghost. Only one. So he was not able to do the amount of damage that he needed. He wasn't going to have enough snipes to take out this this force here. So yeah, but like 4th and 5th bases were up for Select, though not enough gases, or the gas geysers weren't taken on the 5th base, but Select really wanted to try and maintain this 3rd and get what he could out of the geysers, because there's still a lot of gas in these geysers, so he really probably wanted to try and get a lot more out of this base than he actually did. So there's the GG. The series is now 3-2 in Idra's favor. We are going to go on to potentially match point. Vidra wins the next match. He is the champion. If Select wins it, we'll go to Game 7. But for now, we are going to just jump into Game 6, and we're going to see what happens. Stay tuned for the next match, guys.